Hello students, the topic name is data concept. So this diagram shows the types of data in C programming. So there are basic four types of data or data types in C programming. First one, void, which is used to store nothing. The meaning itself tells us the explanation, that is void, that is nothing. No value will get stored with the void data type. Next is integral. So in an integral data type, there are three again types of data, that is boolean, character and integer. So boolean is used to store the value 0 and the 1. So either we can store the value 0 or 1. Character is used to store the alphabets. So in a character data type, we can store the alphabets value, and the integer data type is used to store the whole numbers or whole value. Next is floating point data type. So in a floating point data type, there are again three parts: real, imaginary and complex. So real number are nothing but the fractional number or the point number. Next is imaginary. Again, in the imaginary number having a float value. Float value is nothing but decimal values or decimal number, and the complex number is again having a decimal value or decimal number. So in floating point data type, again there are three types: real, imaginary and complex. And the last data type is derived data type, which is derived by the user. So as per the requirement, user can derive their own data type. So that is user data type. So now we will see one by one what are the basic data types. So this diagrams or this table shows us the basic data types. So there are five data types: basic, derived, enumeration or enumerated, bool type, that is boolean type, and the void. So in a basic there are five data types: character, integer, floating point and double. So character data type is used to store the alphabet or single value character. Integer data type is used to store the whole number, and floating point data type is used to store a decimal value or decimal point values. And the next is double is used to store the large value. Next, derived data type, which are array, structure and union, which we are going to study in the next chapters. So just remember, array, structure and union, these are the derived data type. Derives are nothing but these are the user defined or user derived data type. Okay, and or which are the derived by the basic data types. Next one, enumeration data type or enumerated. Next is bool type. Bool type is nothing but boolean data type. So 0 and 1, these are the boolean data type. So by this by the using of boolean type data type, we can place the value true or false. If it is 0, then value is false. If it is 1, if the value is true. So with the bool type data type, we can store the value 0 or 1, or we can say true or false. We can find out the value true or false. Next is void data type. Void data type is used to store nothing or which returns nothing. The example or the meaning is empty value. So next is the primary data types. So this five are primary data type or basic data type, or we can say that primitive data type. So there are 5 primitive data type. The first one is character data type. So character data type is used to store a single alphabet or a alphabet. So like if we wanted to store lowercase a, or that could be the lowercase or uppercase alphabet. So in a character data type we are storing the alphabets. Next is integer data type. Integer data type is used to store a whole number or real number. So 1, 2, 100, 1000, 10,000, 1 crore, 1 lakh, these are the whole number. To store that whole number we are using integer data type. Next is floating point data type. So in a floating point data type we are storing decimal point number or real number. So this 9 examples are 99.9. This is the decimal point number or floating number. Again the next example is 10.5. This is a floating point number. Okay. Next is double data type. Double data type is used to store a very large numeric value. That is, consider if we wanted to store the 1 crore and something value. So this is a large number of numeric value. To store this type of value we are using double data type. And the last is void. Void, this means no value. So this data type is mostly used when we define function. So that is nothing but the function which returns nothing. To show that we are using void data type. Void means nothing. Now we will see one by one this data type. So first one, character type. So character type data type having again two types, that is char and wchar. Char is used to store a single alphabet, and if the character is wide then we are using this wchar. So these are the two types of character data type. Next is integer data type. So integer data type again having a 4 types, that is short int, long int and long int. So these are the sizes according to the here, having a 4 byte size, having a 4 and the 8. Okay, these are the sizes. Okay, so this is the flow or hierarchy of integer type data type. So there are 4 types of integer data type. First one, short int, which is used to store a short value. Integer data type is used to store a whole number or integer number, and long int is used to store a large value, and long int is used to store a larger than 1 crore or 2 crore values. So this is the hierarchy of integer type data type. So this table gives us some example or range of that particular integer type data type. So short having a byte size 2, integer having a byte size 4, long int having a byte size 4, and long int having a byte size 8. So the range or the limit is given here. This limit shows the how up to the which number we can store the value into that particular data type. Okay, so these are the limits given. As like a character and integer, the float point data type again having a 3 types, that is float, double and long double. As like a integer, here float is used to store a small value. If the value is larger then we are using double float, and value is more than that limit we are using long double. So these are the 3 types of floating point data type. So up till now we have seen all the data types. So this is the small summary of that. First one, void. There are three basic types or data types of C, that is void, integral and floating point. Void having a data type void only, which is used to represent, or the keyword is void only. Next is integral. Integral type data type. Next type is integral. It having again three parts or three data types, that is boolean, character and integer. Boolean is having a keyword bool. While C implementation or in a C program, we are using bool keyword to represent boolean data type. Next, character. Character having again two types, that is char and wchar. So the keyword is char and wchar. Third type of integral data type is integer, and integer data type again having a four type, that is short int, long int and long int. Next is floating point data type. Floating point data type having the three part or three type, real, imaginary and complex. As like the float and integer, real having three types, that is float, double and long double. Again, as like a float only, imaginary having the type float imaginary, double imaginary, long double imaginary. Next, complex. Complex again having a same types, that is float complex, double complex and long double complex. So this is the whole summary of data type. So data type having basic three types, void, integral, three floating point, and fourth one is derived data type. Okay, fourth one is derived. Again, void having a data type void, integral type data type having a three, boolean, character and integer. Floating point data type having a three types, real, imaginary and complex. Okay, so here we completed data types. Next point is format specifier. So there are some format specifier, that is nothing but to store a value into the variable or to scan the value from the variable. This format specifier are required. So there are different format specifier for different types of data. So what is the use of format specifier? To print the values of different data types using printf statement, we need to use format specifier. अगर printf statement यूज़ किया है हमने, सो printf statement से अगर हमें कुछ वेरिएबल का वैल्यू प्रिंट करना है, देन वी हैव टू यूज फॉर्मेट स्पेसिफायर ऑफ दैट पर्टिकुलर डेटा टाइप. ओके, वैसे ही स्कैन एफ में अगर हमें कोई भी वेरिएबल का वैल्यू स्कैन करना है और टेक अ इनपुट करना है, इनपुट फ्रॉम अ यूज़र लेना है, in that case we are using format specifier of what particular data type. So here the list is given, what are the different format specifier for a particular data type. So integer data type having %d and %i. So अगर हमारा integer है, we are using %i, बट अगर हमारा long int है और long int है और double int है, then we are using %d. d is for double int, short int, long int, for that %d. and अगर सिर्फ हमारा integer data type है, then we are using this %i. if our data type is character, we are using %c. if our data type is float, we are using %f. if our data type is double float, double int, double float, then we are using %lf, l for long and f for float. So these are the format specifier are used for particular data type. Next is variable. Variables having a data type, and why we are using variable? To store a data, okay, or to perform a multiple types of operation on the data. So variable are named memory location that have a type such as a integer, character. These are the data types which is inherited from their type. So the type determine the values that a variable may contain. That is nothing but, here consider A. A is what? My variable name. If I write int before the A, then it becomes the data type of A. So in a variable, I can store only a integer type data type, integer data type. Okay. So if I consider int A, so in a variable I can store only a whole number. Okay. So that's why int A becomes, in a variable I can store only a integer data. Okay. So this is a variable. So here some examples are given. So code is what? My variable identifier, or we can say variable name, and this character is the data type of that code. So in a code variable I can store only a character. Why? Because code variable को data type क्या है? Char. ओके. सो कोड वेरिएबल में हम लोग क्या स्टोर कर सकते हैं? ओनली द अल्फ़ाबेट. वाई? बिकॉज कोड वेरिएबल हैविंग अ डेटा टाइप कैरेक्टर. नेक्स्ट एग्जाम्पल इज इंट आई. So in a I variable I can store only the whole number. Why? Because I variable having a data type int. Next is long national debit. So national debit is in a crores, or it is in 1,000 crore value. Okay. So that is the large value. To store that type of value we are using long data type. Next is float pay rate. So pay rate having a decimal value. To store that decimal value, here we are using float data type. Next is double pi. All of you know that pi having a value 3.14. So that value is in a decimal value, decimal or point value. To store that type of value we are using double data type. So here some more examples are given. First one, boolean fact. So fact will return 0, either 0 or 1. Why? Because it having a data type bool. Next is short max item. So max item can contain only the short value. Next is long national debit. So this long is what? Our data type, and national debit is what? Our variable name. Next, float pay rate. So this pay rate is nothing but our variable name, and float is our data type. Next is double tax. Tax is our variable name having a data type double. Next example, float complex voltage. So complex voltage is our variable having a data type float. Next, character, code, comma, kind. So code and kind, these are the two variables having a data type character. Next one, int a comma b. So a and b, these are the two variables having a data type integer. So here these are the some examples are given for variable declaration. This is our variable declaration. Next part is variable initialization. Variable initialization is nothing but we are storing some value into the variable. So here the first example, char code is equal to b. So that is nothing but we are storing B character or B alphabet into what? Code variable which having a data type character. हम इसमें कोई नंबर स्टोर नहीं कर सकते. Why? Because this code variable having a data type character, so we cannot put integer value. Okay. Next example is int I is equal to 14. So we are initializing this I variable to the value 14, that is assigning a value 14 to the I variable having a data type integer. Next is long national debit. So this value is in a 1,000 crore value. So to store this value we are taking the data type long. Again float pay rate is equal to 14.25. So this 14.25 is decimal value. So to store that value, here we have taken float data type and the variable name pay rate. Next is double pi is equal to 3.14159265 36. So point के बाद में there are 10 digits. Okay, so it becomes a large value. So to store that large value, here we have taken the double data type. Okay, so this is the variable initialization. Initialization is nothing but we are assigning some value, and variable declaration means we are not assigning any value, we are just putting the variable name and the data type. Variable name and data type, it becomes a declaration. Okay, and initialization is nothing but whenever we are assigning a value to the variable, it becomes the initialization. That is, next note is when variable is defined, it is not initialized. We are defining a variable, that is nothing but declaration, and when we are assigning a value, it becomes the initialization. So we must initialize any variable requiring prescribed data when the function start. That is nothing but we should assign a value to the variable which we required into the program. So here the example is given, print sum of 3 numbers. So for this we required the 3 variables. So here we are starting our program by using the header file or preprocessor directive. So hash include is our preprocessor directive, and stdio.h, this is our header file. Stdio is nothing but standard input output. Why? Because in the program we are using printf and scanf. Okay, next section is main program section. So here we are writing our main program. Int is data type, main is our main program name which returning void value, that is which returns nothing. After that the program is for 3 numbers, sum of 3 numbers. So that's why we have to take the 3 variables having a data type integer, and the sum is another variable to store the result. So again sum also having a data type integer. So this is the further part. So after that we are going to print some statements here. Welcome this program addition 3 numbers, enter the 3 number. Okay, in the form of 3 digit number. Okay, we can put 3 digit number. Okay, after that scanf is used to scan the value whichever enter by the user. Okay, so scanf से क्या होता है, यहाँ पे देखो वी हैव रिटर्न द एंटर द 3 नंबर. सो यहाँ पे जब ये मैसेज प्रिंट होगा ऑन द स्क्रीन, सो यूज़र कैन एंटर द 3 नंबर. सो जब यूज़र 3 नंबर्स एंटर करेगा, वो नंबर हमें कहाँ पे स्टोर करने हो, दैट वैल्यू वी वांट टू स्टोर इनटू दिस वेरिएबल ABC. Okay, but how we are going to store that value? By scanning. So for that here we have to use this function scanf. Okay, and these 3 are integer variable, that's why here we have used this format specifier %d. And why this 3% D? Because we are scanning three variable value, and to scan that value here we have written ampersand. ये and का sign है, that sign indicates ampersand. Ampersand A, ampersand B and ampersand C. By this what we are doing? We are storing the value whichever enter by the user in what? This three variable A, B and C वेरिएबल में हम लोग वैल्यू स्टोर करेंगे. ओके, आफ्टर दैट नेक्स्ट वी आर गोइंग टू परफॉर्म द सम ऑपरेशन, एडिशन ऑफ दैट थ्री वैल्यू एंड स्टोरिंग द रिजल्ट इनटू दिस सम वेरिएबल. So sum is equal to A plus B plus C. Okay, after that we are going to display that result which we are storing some variable. How to display? The total is percent %d. Why percent %d? Why this format specifier? Because this sum variable having a data type integer. So that's why यहाँ पे हमने percent d यूज़ किया, और percent d से यहाँ पे हमें डिस्प्ले करना है. So that's why हमने sum लिखा. Why? Because ये जो भी आउटपुट है वी वॉन्ट टू डिस्प्ले दैट आउटपुट. ओके, हमें यहाँ पे कुछ स्कैन नहीं, नंबर स्टोर, वैल्यू स्टोर नहीं करनी है वेरिएबल में, जबकि वेरिएबल में जो भी वैल्यू है वो डिस्प्ले करनी है. दैट्स वाई हमने यहाँ पे एम्परसेंड साइन नहीं यूज़ किया है. दैट्स वाई दिस सिंपल सम और वेरिएबल नेम. ओके, here the end of the program return 0 and end of the main. So this is the output of the previous program. So on a first line we have written, welcome, this program adds 3 number, enter the number in the form of NNN, NNN, NNN. That is, we can enter the 3-digit number. So here user enter 11, 22 and 33. So the output is 66. So this 3 value gets scanned by scanf. The addition operation will get performed and printf से क्या होगा, यहाँ पे हमारा result display होगा. Thank you, have a good day. This was the last statement in our program. Okay, so this is the output of that particular program. Constant. So constant is used to store a constant value whichever or which cannot get altered throughout the program. Okay, consider if we take or if we write the want to write the program to calculate area of a circle. So to calculate the area of circle we require the pi value, and what is that pi value? 3.14, and that pi value will be the constant throughout the program. So in that case we are using this constant. Okay, so the constant value are the data values that cannot be changed during the execution of the program. That is, throughout the program the constant value will not get changed or will not get altered. Okay, how we are storing or how we are giving the values to that constant variable. So a constant is a value or an identifier whose value cannot be altered. Cannot be altered is nothing but cannot get changed. So identifier also can be defined as a constant. How? By using CONST. This is the abbreviation for constant. अगर हमें कोई भी वेरिएबल को का वैल्यू कांस्टेंट थ्रू आउट द प्रोग्राम रखना है, then we are writing this const then data type variable name is equal to value. So this is the example of constant variable. So pi and 3.14 is the same for this program. So इससे क्या होगा, whenever we are using pi variable name, so that variable directly scans this 3.14 value. Why? Because हमने ये जो वैल्यू है 3.14 उसको हमने क्या किया है, कांस्टेंट. हाउ टू सेट कांस्टेंट? बाय यूजिंग कॉन्स्ट कीवर्ड. ओके, सो दैट थ्रू आउट द प्रोग्राम अब हमारा पाई का वैल्यू 3.14 ही रहेगा. सो दिस इज द एग्जाम्पल ऑफ कांस्टेंट. नेक्स्ट, और हाउ वी आर यूजिंग दैट कांस्टेंट? the constant could be the integer constant. Okay, so what type of integer are there? Decimal constant, octal constant, hexadecimal constant. So to write that, we have to use base 10 as like const int a, एंड अगेन अगर हमें डेसिमल वैल्यू पुटअप करना है तो इक्वल टू 10 बेस 10. अगर हमने वैल्यू के आगे बेस 10 लिखा देन दैट इज़ अ डेसिमल कांस्टेंट. अगर वैल्यू के आगे हमने बेस 8 लिखा दैट वुड बिकम हमारा ऑक्टल कांस्टेंट. एंड अगर वैल्यू के आगे हमने बेस 16 लिखा दैट वुड बिकम हमारा हेक्साडेसिमल कांस्टेंट. सो वी कैन स्टोर इंटीजर कांस्टेंट, we can store floating point constant, that is decimal point variable. Okay, we can store character constant. If we wanted to give any single character to the particular variable, we can set character constant. And string is nothing but the word, but word is become how? By using the character. So स्ट्रिंग इज़ नथिंग बट अ सेट ऑफ कैरेक्टर. सो यहाँ पे ये गुड क्या है? एक स्ट्रिंग है, बट इट इज़ नथिंग बट हमारा वर्ड है, बट वर्ड हैविंग अ 4 कैरेक्टर. सो वी कैन से दैट स्ट्रिंग इज़ नथिंग बट अ सेट ऑफ कैरेक्टर. ये क्या हुआ? हमारा सेट ऑफ कैरेक्टर. ओके, सो दैट्स वाई स्ट्रिंग इज सेट ऑफ कैरेक्टर. वी कैन सेट दैट स्ट्रिंग एज अ कॉन्स्टेंट ऑल्सो. नेक्स्ट इज एस्केप सीक्वेंसेस. एस्केप सीक्वेंसेस इज़ नथिंग बट अगर हमें प्रोग्राम में टैब देना है तो हम टैब ऐसे लिख नहीं सकते. सो देयर आर सर्टन कीवर्ड्स आर यूज टू परफॉर्म दिस टाइप ऑफ स्पेशल ऑपरेशन. अगर हमें नेक्स्ट लाइन जाना है, अगर हमें वर्टिकल टैब देना है, हॉरिजॉन्टल टैब देना है, then there are some certain keywords which we have to use while writing a C program. So escape sequences are nothing but these are the characters which cannot be typed. अगर हमें टैब देना है तो हम टैब नहीं लिख सकते. सो इट हैज़ अ स्पेशल मीनिंग. सो उसके लिए स्पेशल सिम्बॉल्स है. ओके, सो वी विल सी दैट सिम्बॉल्स. So this table shows that symbolic name which we can use for to perform particular operation. अगर हमें null character display करना है we can use this backward slash 0. So इसको slash 0 ऐसे बोलते हैं. If we wanted to give the alert bell then we will write slash a. अगर हमें backspace देना है so slash b. horizontal tab, horizontal यानी टैब, एक ही लाइन में टैब देना है देन वी विल यूज़ स्लैश टी. अगर हमें नेक्स्ट लाइन पे प्रिंट करना है जो भी हमारा स्टेटमेंट है वी विल यूज़ स्लैश एन. अगर हमें वर्टिकल टैब यानी एक यहाँ पे अगर हमने कुछ कैरेक्टर लिखा उसके नीचे 2 या 3 लाइन छोड़ के नेक्स्ट हमें डिस्प्ले करना है देन इन दैट केस वी आर यूजिंग वर्टिकल टैब दैट इज़ स्लैश वी. फॉर्म फीड मतलब फॉर्म के जैसे हमारा जो भी कंटेंट है इफ़ यू वांटेड टू डिस्प्ले इन अ फॉर्म फीड देन वी आर यूजिंग स्लैश एफ. कैरेज रिटर्न is used whenever we are performing multiplication or division operation we have to take the carry forward. So that carry forward के लिए carriage return यूज़ करते हैं. सिंगल कोट के लिए स्लैश दिस सिंगल कोट, डबल कोट के लिए स्लैश डबल कोट, बैक स्लैश के लिए स्लैश बैक स्लैश. So these are the symbolic name to perform these operations. So these are nothing but escape sequences. So here some examples are given of that particular strings. ओके, स्ट्रिंग कैसे लिखते हैं? डबल कोटेशन में हमें स्ट्रिंग लिखना है ऑलवेज. सो अगर हमें एच लिखना है, एच डिस्प्ले करना है, एच स्टोर करना है वी आर गोइंग टू राइट इनटू द डबल कोटेशन. सो सी में इफ़ we wanted to display the string, that string always should be in a double quotation only. So Here we completed our this point, that is data types in C, then variables and constant. So for a variable we required a data type. So there are 5 basic data types, which are integer, character, float, void. Okay, so here up till now we have learned what are these data types in C, what are the variables, how to declare a variable, how to initialize a variable, and the last part is constant. So there could be a integer constant, there could be a float, character constant, and the next part is escape sequences. Escape sequences is nothing but the symbolic name to perform particular type of operations. Okay, so thank you to all of you.